Okay, there are two clear sides to this story, and therefore this is a political battle that deserves a face-off with two people who are the best in the business. Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is someone who you know is never scared of a tough fight, and he is the person who's joining me now. Abhishek, Manu, Singhvi is the legal eagle of the Congress party. I'm going to pose 5 big questions to my two guests. I'm going to be asking them exactly where they stand on them. My first big question tonight: was the AgustaWestland deal driven by Sonia Gandhi? Was she the driving force in this deal? Subramaniam Swamy, respond to that. Do you have evidence to say that Sonia Gandhi was the driving force, as you suggested today in the Rajya Sabha, in this deal?
I didn't suggest, don't interpolate wrongly. What I had said is that when Ghulam Nabi Azad said that Christian Michel had stated that the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, had a deal with the Italian Prime Minister on the obtaining of some information about Ms. Sonia Gandhi in return for the return of the Marines. So I said, if you have so much faith in Christian Michel, then the Italian High Court had reproduced his letter and relied on his letter after authenticating it, and there Mr. Christian Michel says that Ms. Sonia Gandhi was the driving force for this.
And
deal.
You believe this letter
That's
is evidence?
all I had said in Parliament.
Do you believe that this letter is admissible evidence?
Of course it is admissible evidence because it is part of a judgment of a High Court in Italy. And you please read Section 10 of the Evidence Act, and you can clear it. The issue is, I did not. What I am saying is that you don't change your goalpost now. You said that I made this allegation. I told you how the matter arose. So Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad had quoted Mr. Christian Michel. Yes. I quoted what the letter said. And that's all. That was all. Okay. I had made no allegations specifically at that point of time.
You are using Christian Michel's letter, the alleged middleman in this deal, to suggest that since he spoke about Sonia Gandhi and that she was the driving force behind the VIP deal, therefore Ms. Gandhi has to answer that question. Abhishek, Manu, Singhvi, the first salvo in a sense has been fired by Dr. Swamy today by bringing in Sonia Gandhi on the floor of the parliament. Yes, it was expunged, but what is not expunged is what the judgment says. The judgment says in a letter, "Dear Peter, since Sonia Gandhi is the driving force behind the VIP deal, Ms. Gandhi and her closest advisors are the people who the British ambassador should target."
The reason why Dr. Swamy is wrong is 2 or 3 things, or at least your interpretation of Dr. Swamy's version is wrong, is for 2 or 3 reasons. One, what has been read are a few lines from Michel's letter.
Yes.
If you read the whole paragraph, he is actually telling somebody who are the movers and shakers to take decisions in India. He names the top 10 people which everybody knows, whom everybody knows are the movers and shakers in India. There is not the remotest suggestion that this is a suggestion to bribe or pay monies or influence even. It is like saying that when you take a decision for VIP helicopters, the top 5 people in Itally are ABCD.
But I am juxtaposing it. I am juxtaposing it, Dr. Singhvi, against what the judgment says.
Secondly,
the judgment says political leaders accepted a commission of 15 to 16 million euros. Now,
no, yes.
I have to juxtapose the 2 facts. Somebody got that money.
So you will juxtapose. No, 1 minute. You will. So, exactly. So somebody got money.
Yes.
It has to be there for Sonia Gandhi.
No, that I'm not saying that.
There is a category of giving money to bureaucrats, media, ABC, dead. No. Therefore, it has to be only one channel or one anchor. How can it be, Rajdeep? You are in a bribery situation. There is not the remote. Let's just give it 2 minutes, because what is happening is today, all of us love salacious, gossipy thing. We have suspended disbelief. We don't want to go on logic. Secondly, this deal, the decisions to change these things start from 99. In 2003 and 4, important decisions are taken by the previous government. You want to bribe somebody, the decision goes on from 2004 to 2009. I mean, this is ridiculous. And let me
No,
tell
no,
you
one
about
minute. The
Sonia
fact
Gandhi,
that the defense deals
not
in
a
this country
single
take a lot
word
of
in the
time.
4 passages
That can
which
be
are
no
quoted
evidence to
yesterday.
suggest that a bribe wasn't paid. That's a bad argument. Dr. Singhvi, the fact that the deal itself went on from 2004 to 9 cannot be evidence no bribes were
I'm
paid.
talking of the continuity. No, it did not. No, it did not. There is a continuity which you are forgetting. In 99, the first proposal is made that we must change our MI helicopters. In 2002 and 3, the main principal change is made about the altitude and the cabin size. Thereafter, the RFPs are floated. There was an RFP floated even in 2002 in the NDA. Then this RFP is floated. Then it goes through 9 committees. Please understand, a decision-making process which is multi-layered, duplicative and repetitive over 10 or 9 committees involving some 100 people from 2004 to 2009. There, I don't want to take the names, evaluation committee.
Okay,
field
let
test
Dr.
committee, this
Swamy
committee,
respond.
That committee.
Let
Now,
Dr.
today you
Swamy
simply sit back and second guess everybody.
let
Because somebody
Dr.
is prosecuted there. And
let
me tell
Dr.
you,
Swamy
about
respond.
Sonia Gandhi, there are 4
Dr.
references
Singhvi,
which
you
have
made
been
your
quoted
point.
yesterday. Not one of them suggests about money. About money.
Dr. Swamy, because I'm going to raise the second big question, Dr. Swamy, and I want you to respond. Here you've got, and my second question is there evidence of the Gandhi family benefiting from the AgustaWestland deal? Is there evidence of the Gandhi family benefiting from the AgustaWestland deal? Is my second big question that I want to pose at this moment, and I want you, Dr. Swamy, to answer my second big question there. Is there direct evidence of Gandhi family benefiting from the deal? According to Dr. Singhvi, various people cleared this deal from 2004 to 2010. Why single out Sonia Gandhi?
Well, first of all, you see, we have got multiple questions, so I'll take the important part of your question. The question of this deal being started by the NDA government in 1999 and these people just continued it is rubbish. Because the CAG report is very clear that all the specifications which were changed to ultimately leave you with nothing but one supplier, and namely that the AgustaWestland, was done during the UPA rule. Second, we have to question of whether Ms. Sonia Gandhi got a bribe or not has to be a part of an investigation. Because if I were to say, yes, I believe she took a bribe, you will ask me what proof you have, which is your standard question even in National Herald, you see. Now, I am only telling you that in the parliament, I only said to this extent that Christian Michel, if he's relied on for what happened between Modi and the Italian Prime Minister, then you have to also accept that Ms. Sonia Gandhi was the driver of this deal. And she was not a member of the cabinet.
The same Christian...
She had no right to do whatever to do with this thing.
Sir, Dr. Swamy, Dr. Swamy, Christian Michel...
I'm saying,
sir, for our audience, sir, let me clear this.
Nabi Azad.
Yes. Dr. Swamy, Christian Michel also apparently wrote to the Prime Minister in November 2015, Prime Minister Modi, saying, I am ready to come to India, cooperate in the investigation. The same Christian Michel who you say is the very basis for nailing Sonia Gandhi.
Rubbish. I did not say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
I said that in reply to Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad. I said if you trust Mr. Michel so much, then trust this letter also, which is part of the High Court judgment. I didn't say anything more.
And you believe...
Now you're putting words in my mouth.
No, and you believe a deal like this could not have been cleared without Sonia's permission. You believe a deal like this could not have been cleared without Sonia Gandhi?
That is what he says. That is what he says. If the Congress says we don't believe in Michel, then the matter is over. Then I am only saying, based on the CAG report, based on the High Court judgment of Italy, we should now begin a vigorous investigation by the CBI, and Ms. Sonia Gandhi should be interrogated because she has been named in several places, 4 places in the judgment in connection with what has happened. Number one. Number two, as per Evidence Act, Section 10, what can be treated as evidence? If a conspirator in the process of the evolution of that conspiracy names some people, then that becomes evidence. So this is Mr. Orsi and others have brought out chits in which they have identified them later on. The judgment is very specific.
Okay.
AP is Ahmad Patel. So therefore, Ms. Sonia Gandhi has to be interrogated by the CBI.
Okay.
And that time we will find out.
That's a... which brings me, Dr. Singhvi, to my... No, 1 minute. Dr. Singhvi, it brings me to my third question that comes from what Dr. Swamy has said.
No, I need to answer this.
No, I will let you answer.
No, 1 minute.
Our netas, the
before you go to
beneficiaries
your
of the
third
30 million euro kickbacks. Dr. Singhvi, what Dr. Swamy is saying is that there should be an interrogation based on this judgment. He is saying that there are prefixes like AP, there is the reference to Senora Gandhi. Should they not be investigated? Should Sonia Gandhi not be questioned? Should Ahmad Patel not be questioned? Is what Dr. Swamy is saying.
Yes.
You don't pay
Let me
30
answer.
million euro kickbacks to
Let me
the
answer.
Tyagi cousins. You pay them
First-
to politicians. Eventually the deals are cleared by the Cabinet Committee on Security.
Rajdeep, neither criminal law nor inquiries nor tortious law is on this basis that because you are alleged to have paid bribes to Tyagi, it must have gone to the higher-ups and you must start with the top higher-up. Let me make a few points in succession. I appreciate if you let me make them for 2 minutes. Uninterrupted, you can ask me whatever question you like. First point, it is Mr. Anthony formally who said in 2012, formally and officially, yes, bribes were given, we are investigating, we have started a case. 2, CBI and ED was started by the UPA. 3, and I think Dr. Swamy has been fair yesterday, he cannot really answer this. From 2014 till now, a full-blown CBI criminal case is going on. Why has nothing been unearthed for 24 months by this government, which is allegedly a hostile government or supposedly a hostile government? Forget the Congress. Congress started the CBI. Congress started the ED. Why not a shred? Why suddenly rely on an Italian judgment? CBI could not get a single piece of information for 2 years. Fourth, there is actually no allegation even by Dr. Swamy against Sonia Gandhi. The allegation is that because 2 letters, because all the 4 places have no allegation against Sonia Gandhi. The allegation is that because AP appears and AP is only Mr. So-and-so and that Mr. So-and-so is her political secretary, therefore it must be Sonia Gandhi.
No, who is
I
AP?
want to remind you, Rajdeep.
No, who is AP? Should we not investigate?
Take the place of sensation.
No, should the investigators not find out who is OP? Are you saying they should not find out?
Please. No, you should not. You should not. I'll tell you why. AP can be a Frenchman, an Italian or a Timbuktu person. There were 12 APs in the Jain diaries. No less than J.S. Verma directed monitoring of it at the Supreme Court level. When the case came to criminal law, a single judge of Delhi High Court quashed it. That judgment remains today. He said LKA doesn't mean Advani.
Misquote the judgment.
And because you cannot take even evidentiary. 1 second. One second. It cannot even be taken as admissible evidence, evidentiary evidence. And on that basis, LK Advani resumed his, what he called, that he was, he's going to come back to things only when this is clear.
Are we saying...
Now, all the names, because anybody can write anything.
Are you conceding at least that Netas got the benefits? Are you willing to concede, Dr. Singhvi? Are you willing to concede, Dr. Singhvi, that Netas need to be questioned? Are you telling me that 30 million euros are paid to an Air Chief Marshal? It's not a decision taken only in Air Headquarters. Should Netas be questioned or not?
Rajdeep, it is, you are missing the point. The point is being missed.
Yes.
Rajdeep, you are missing the point. Neither Dr. Swamy nor I need to confirm it. The Indian Defence Minister of the Congress-led UPA confirmed officially in a statement, Mr. Anthony, yes, bribes have been paid. And he started the CBI case and the ED case. But can you take a leap of the imagination? Yes, media has taken bribes, means Channel X, Anchor Y has taken bribes. I mean, this is ridiculous. We are the one who started it. We said on the... Mr. Anthony was the senior...
Okay, you made your point. You made your point.
Let me... He said so. So why Dr. Swamy or I have to say so?
Let me turn to the next big question. Yes. Because my next big question leads from what you're saying now, Dr. Singhvi, which is to Dr. Swamy. Why did the Narendra Modi government not act against the bribe takers in the last 2 years? If, Dr. Swamy, for the last 2 years, the CBI and the ED have been questioning people. If AK Antony ordered the inquiry in 2012, for the last 2 years it's been your government. Earlier you could have said CBI is a cage parrot. Now you claim the parrot is flying. Why is this flying parrot no longer unable to make any progress in Augusta Westland? An Italian court has come up with all these details. Where is the Indian side of it? What am I to understand?
You see, you shouldn't use graphic language in a serious matter like this. We never said that the CBI is a caged parrot. It was the Supreme Court which said it.
Supreme Court said it.
And we're neither saying that it's a parrot which... Yes, of course, Supreme Court said it. We never said it. And we have never said that it is now a flying parrot. The fact of the matter is that the main case here is not so much the CBI. CBI is in fact its main role here is a prosecuting agency. But the main thing that we require is the money trail. And that is not easy because it goes through a series of shell companies and it has been under investigation since 2014. The Congress said that they had blacklisted this company, which is rubbish. And I want a discussion in Parliament because all these documents will be placed on the table to show that after registering the case against Mr. Tyagi, the Congress government did nothing at all. And we had to start all over again. And in the meantime, there was a trial court judgment which was adverse. The Italian government said they were going to appeal and they were sure of winning it in the High Court. And so it is in the process where this time factor is explainable. And I don't think that just because you didn't do anything for 2 years, we won't do it for the next 1 year. And especially now that I'm taking interest in it, it will certainly come to a conclusion.
No, but am I to understand that in the last 2 years, any progress has been made in this case? There is absolutely no evidence.
Yes, of course.
As of today, has Sonia Gandhi been questioned? As of today, has Sonia Gandhi been questioned at any stage? Has any leader of the Congress party been questioned by in the Augusta Westland? If kickbacks were taken, Dr. Swamy, there is no evidence as of today that the CBI has proceeded against Sonia Gandhi. You're just going on saying things which have no meaning in this present context. Why?
We will examine Ms. Sonia Gandhi when we have something concrete. We can't examine Mrs. Sonia Gandhi unless we have something concrete. Now we have something, which is the High Court judgment of the Italian High Court. And on that basis, we can certainly question her. Certainly to ask her, what does it mean? What was your role? How far did you go? And we have a parallel investigation going on.
She says it's a tissue of lies. Sonia Gandhi says it's a tissue of lies.
Let her deny. She may deny to Rajdeep Sardesai, it has no meaning whatsoever. But to deny it to the CBI as well as the Enforcement Directorate, which will be backed with some evidence, it will be a totally different thing. And in fact, if she tells a lie, she will be immediately made into an accused and taken to custody.
As of today,
you must, well, yes.
As of today, what is that evidence? What do you believe that the CBI, as you yourself said, finding the money trail is very difficult, because my fifth and last big question here is, will Augusta Westland go the Bofor's way? Dr. Swamy, let's be very clear. Will Augusta Westland go the Bofor's way is the fifth big question. There is a money trail. There are middlemen who are involved. The middlemen who are allegedly the bribe givers have been prosecuted. The bribe takers are not leaving a money trail. There are no check payments here, and as you rightly said, it's possibly gone to shell companies. How do you then actually crack the case?
Yes, it is much easier now because of the terrorist financing concept which has now gripped the United Nations and the United States in particular. It is much easier to track these things. And in fact, there has been a fair amount of tracking. I can even identify one bank account which Ms. Sonia Gandhi has, which is called Saracen Bank in Geneva and Pictet Bank in Zurich.
No, you're making a serious allegation. You know the bank accounts of Sonia Gandhi in Zurich and Geneva?
I'm making an allegation.
No,
I am making an allegation.
You have evidence?
She has two bank accounts, Saracen Bank and Pictet Bank. That is my allegation. Of course it is. But the issue is, why is Ms. Sonia Gandhi not being questioned yet? Well, I think when the CBI feels it's ready,
do you have the bank account numbers? You have made a very strong statement. Do you have the bank account numbers of Sonia Gandhi in these banks? Why have you not revealed it to the CBI and Enforcement Directorate then?
Why? Don't be stupid. Why don't you listen to what I am saying? I never said I have the bank. Come on now.
You know the banks.
I never said I had the bank account numbers.
You say you know
Now,
the banks.
Of course I know the banks. I know the banks, and I know that the enforcement directorate is onto it.
Abhishek,
So don't
Manu,
tell me
Singhvi.
all that. If there is a discussion in Parliament, many of these papers which will be tabled will put you into a great deal of embarrassment. And as the Defence Minister, Mr. Parikar, has said, a lot of top Congress leaders have got the bribe.
You know, that at the moment there are generalities, but Abhishek, Manu, Singhvi, respond to the specific charge which is being made by Dr. Swamy, that he knows of two specific banks where Sonia Gandhi has money.
Yes.
Foreign banks.
I will, if you'll allow me to. There are multiple questions, multiple comments. Very quickly. First and foremost, when sensationalism takes the place of sense, what happens is that the object becomes to keep the pot boiling. The result is that because you want to keep the pot boiling and target only big names, the real culprits get away. There is no doubt that there is material and evidence to suggest that bribes have been given and taken. But in this whole process, what you're going to do is just score debating points and the real chaps will get away. That's point number one. Point number two, I think with the vast, and let me tell you, point number two is that my real point about 24 months of nothing concrete coming out of CBI remains unanswered, because he cannot answer it, because the CBI has been able to unearth nothing under a Modi government. Number three, if there are these bank accounts, look Rajdeep, for the last 1 year, we have this flurry of laws. We have Panama bank accounts, we have the black money bill, we have the ED, we have the money laundering. Surely it should take 30 seconds for the Minister of Finance and his department to have published his bank account. You are publishing Amitabh Bachchan's name, you are publishing everybody's name every day. Why not publish this in 1 day, 1 week? Dr. Swamy can ensure that the Finance Minister does it. Why is it not happening?
Dr. Swamy, respond.
We have to
no, just a minute. Dr. Swamy, the charge which will be made is that there are a lot of allegations, there's a lot of smoke without fire. You've had a long-standing battle with Sonia Gandhi and the Gandhi family, but can you go only on the basis of allegation? At the moment, you're going by this one letter written by Christian Michel, which at the same judgment says there is no evidence of misconduct by either Manmohan Singh or Sonia Gandhi. No. The charge will be made that you are throwing a lot of smoke without fire. Where is the fire? Where is the smoking gun?
You have a pet canned comment on everything. In National Herald you said the same thing.
No, I'm asking you.
Where are you going to prosecute her? Now she has reached. Now you are asking me, let me tell you that I told you that she has a bank account in Sarasin Bank and Pictet Bank. All right. Now the issue is, why isn't the CBI investigating? Of course they are investigating. The enforcement directorate is on to it. It is their job. I am not an investigator. I am not responsible for investigation. I have a record of being right in most of these matters, but later on it turns out to be true. Even in 2G the same thing was told. The Congress told me the same thing. Sensationalism, nothing, zero loss. Ultimately what happened, the case proceeded, and people are now being prosecuted in the final stages. I am saying, therefore, the best way to get to the truth, to your satisfaction, is let there be a free parliament discussion on it.
No, the discussion won't get anywhere. Why don't you ask your finance, sir? Why doesn't the finance minister go to these, send a team to these two banks? You have given the names of two banks. Why don't you ask Arun Jaitley ji to investigate? Should Arun Jaitley not go to these two banks and investigate if Sonia Gandhi has an account there?
You are full of yourself. You don't listen to anybody. You go on saying the same thing. Why don't you do? How do you know I have not asked them? How do you know I have not given them the information? And it's the question of when it is to be followed is not, you are not going to set the time schedule for it. We know that when we have reached the stage.
Sir, I am asking you a simple question, Dr. Swamy.
Not only does bank account.
You have today come out with a sensational claim that there are two banks in Geneva and in Germany where Sonia Gandhi has a bank account.
No, not Germany. Zurich.
Sorry, Geneva and
Zurich. Please don't misrepresent me again.
Yeah, Geneva and Zurich, where Sonia Gandhi has bank accounts. Why don't you ask the Minister of Finance and the government of the day to prosecute, to go ahead and investigate that? Why does the CBI or the Enforcement Directorate investigate what you are saying, sir?
Do you ever listen to people's replies? Sir, I told you the Enforcement Directorate is on the job. All right. So therefore, it's only a question of time. We can't go according to your speed as you want it. We have to be satisfied finally that we have absolutely impeccable evidence. We have got leads, and that lead I've told you. And I have been doing this many times over and been right in the end. It's only you doubting Thomases. You have standard canned comments to make on this.
No, I am not a doubting Thomas. I am only raising the question. You have made a very, very serious charge today that the Congress president has 2 bank accounts.
How many times are you going to say that?
Now you need to.
Yes, she does.
It's your government. It's your government. Narendra Modi ji is in power. Arun Jaitley is there.
I agree.
Provide this information to them.
I'll cut you short by telling you I agree. It is my government. It is yes, it is to be done, and it is when it is to be done. I am satisfied that the pace that it is being done is being done properly.
Okay.
You may not be satisfied. It doesn't matter.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi, is Sonia Gandhi ready to be interrogated, questioned in this case, based on the information that Dr. Swamy claims to have?
Sonia Gandhi, merely because she is the head of a party in opposition, is not to be treated under a different criminal law, under a different procedure, under a different discriminatory attitude. Sonia Gandhi has all the rights of a citizen. She will exercise them. She is not here to be subjected to vilification and a whole set of
but she can be
inquiries
questioned.
without even the
She can be
beginning
questioned.
of the thumbnail
It's
of
not about
evidence.
vilification, but Sonia Gandhi can be questioned. She's not above the law.
Why should you and I debate it?
No, she's
There is
not
a
above the
CBI.
law. She can be questioned, Dr.
What is the
Singhvi.
problem?
What is the
I don't
harm in Sonia
understand,
Gandhi
Rajdeep.
taking questions from the CBI and the
There is
enforcement director?
every case, do you know the laws, Rajdeep? Do you know the law, Rajdeep?
I am a lawyer.
Every case registered in India allows the investigating officer to question anyone in relation to that case. To question anyone in relation to that case. I'm only asking myself that beyond the current sensationalism and the tutu meme, for 24 months the CBI officer has never thought it fit to question because there is no evidence. There is a certain system, in law. I cannot today say the test appears to be what is the problem in questioning Rajdeep Sardesai even though there is no evidence against him and there is no name. But there is of course no bar. Anybody can walk into your office tomorrow and start questioning you. But when they ask you, what is the basis of your questioning, why have you come? Well, then let the investigating officer decide, let the law decide. The test does not appear to be why not. The test has to be why.
Okay.
You have to give reasons why. As of today, it is ironical that you are clasping at straws in an Italian court judgment. 4 places are descriptive mentions of Sonia Gandhi. Word remotely suggesting flow of money. I repeat. And here you are saying, what is the harm in questioning? Well, if criminal law functions on the basis of what is the harm in questioning, then we'd be living in some kind of
I didn't say what is the harm in questioning. I said Sonia Gandhi, if she has to be questioned, will have to accept the fact that she is not above the law. That's all I said. And therefore, if she has to be questioned, and Dr. Swamy will also have to come and give me...
Where is the question of above the law? No, where is the question above the law? Rajdeep, where is the question above the law? She went to the National Herald Court and stood there, sought bail. Where is the question above the law? Which of the leaders has done that? She submitted to the law, she argued, she went to Patiala House. What are we talking about? Which of the leaders, how many times has LK Advani done it? There's a criminal charge 10 years old pending against him. Let's be fair.
Dr. Swamy, let me then give you the final word. Dr. Swamy, is this part of your wider...
keep the pot boiling, or you want to do some real investigation?
Do you want to do real investigation or keep the pot boiling, Dr. Swamy? This is the dare which is being given to you by Dr. Singhvi today. Do you want to keep the pot boiling or do you want a real investigation?
They have been daring me since the day I started the 2G Spectrum scam, then the National Herald, and now this. These things, we don't go by dare. We have to be thorough in our investigation. I am not part of the investigation team. I am not in the CBI. I am not in the Enforcement Directorate. But I am so concerned about corruption.
Okay.
And I do know, I do believe that the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate is on the right path. There are obstacles. They are overcoming it. And now we will certainly very soon have a full-fledged case going.
Let's leave it there. You believe that you will have enough evidence according to Dr. Singhvi, this is only being done to keep the pot boiling. There is no hard evidence linking Sonia Gandhi to AgustaWestland. Dr. Swamy and Dr. Singhvi, as always, a pleasure having two clear voices joining me on the face-off today. What is the truth of this case? One murky element is that of the so-called middlemen in this case. Their names are Christian Michel, their names are Hashke, and their names are Jerosa. And along with them are the Tyagi cousins. Take a look at who are the cast. This is Bruno Spagnolin. The others who have been sentenced in this case so far. Giuseppe Orsi, remember, the head of Finmeccanica. Carlos Jerosa, Christian Michel, and Guido Hashke. And along with them is SP Tyagi, the former air chief, and his three cousins, one of whom, Sanjeev Julie Tyagi, is the one I spoke to and asked him directly, was he the beneficiary of these kickbacks? Listen into what he had to say. Your name has come up in the final Italian court judgment, and the judgment makes it very clear the destination, or at least partial, of the illicit funding to the payment of the price of corruption for the intervention of Air Chief Marshal Shashi Tyagi in favor of AgustaWestland went to his cousins. They included Julie, Sandeep, and Doska. How do you respond?
Absolutely wrong, absolutely baseless, no evidence at all, no evidence. In fact, me, my brothers, we have nothing to do with this. 3 years ago.
You have nothing to do with AgustaWestland?
Absolutely nothing.
You have nothing to do with Finmeccanica? Weren't you a consultant for a Finmeccanica company?
I had a dealing with one of their companies known as Ansaldo Energia. Ansaldo Energia has made a couple of power plants for NTPC and Neyveli Lignite. But I have no dealing with AgustaWestland at all.
So your dealings were with a company called Ansalda, which is a Finmeccanica company. So the parent company of AgustaWestland and the parent company of Ansaldo were the same, which is Finmeccanica.
Yes.
But you claim you only dealt in power contracts. At no stage did you ever, the two individuals who are being named in this are Guido Hashke and Mr. Jerosa, Dr. Jerosa. These are two middlemen who allegedly met you. And through them you went and introduced Air Chief Marshal SP Tyagi to them, and that is where you got a bribe for introducing them, and then the parameters of the VVIP Chopper were changed.
Absolutely wrong. In fact, today
you know Hashke and you know Jerosa? I
know them, and I know them from 1996. This is the paper which I have brought. This is a paper, letter from ABB Sai Sidelmi, written in 1996 with copy marked to Guido Hashke and Carlo Jerosa, when they came on my invitation to meet BSES and Delhi Electric Supply Undertaking to do a renovation modernization power plant. That's number one. My dealing with Ansaldo Energia dates back to 1995-1996. This is the letter which is a proof. I not only dealt with them, but I signed a contract as a consultant. This is the agreement which I signed in 1997 with Ansaldo Energia.
In 2004, did you take Hashke or Jerosa to meet your cousin SP Tyagi or not?
Sir, no, sir. No, never. In fact, I do not know.
So all these dealings, you do not know?
AgustaWestland at all.
You do not know AgustaWestland. You have never dealt in defense at all.
Never.
You have only dealt in power. Why is your name then coming?
Precisely.
Why is your name coming, sir?
Precisely, sir. Because 3 years ago, also when this tornado struck us, which has destroyed us physically, mentally, socially, financially, Guido Hashke knew for certain that my cousin is air chief. He also knew that we are not in touch with him because of certain family problems. We were not talking. And he never talked to me on this subject.
Hashke knew.
Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has constituted a committee under the Transport Minister of Rajasthan, Yunus Khan, and all state transport ministers to submit a report on a bill to make fair